Well, first of all, Happy New Year, everyone. It's great to be here with you on the second day of January. And today we are going to dive into the New Year transmission, where we are going to feel and sense the energies of 2026 with divine guidance from Zarius in the Order of Seven, Chief of the Holy Land, the Pleiadian Star Team, or any other high frequency beings who are here with us today and would like to step forward to share a channeled message for you. So let's dive right in, shall we? We are in 2026. It's the next chapter in our ascension. And we know that we've been working on ascending into higher frequencies. And the last 7-year cycle, I just want to mention this because this is something that was channeled by Zarius in the Order of Seven for a long time ago. I think it was in 2012. They first introduced the 7-year cycle. And it actually turns out that 2026 is the end of one cycle. It's the final year, which is also known as the reset year. But they call it the integration year. And why do they do that? Well, of course, the last 7 years, this is the year to finally integrate all lessons, integrate all the high frequencies that has been gifted us through our own journeys inward, and to fully step into our power, to reclaim that power, and now to start using it, to shining our light, sharing love, compassion, and together co-creating a much more loving and compassionate new earth. So this new earth thing is not just a fiction. This is the key, friends, because everything that we are going to go through today, when we speak of the new earth leadership movement, it has nothing to do with logic. Logic keeps us stuck in the paradigm, the 3D paradigm. It's the matrix that we have been adopted or have been placed into of our own choice or been imprinted by. We now have the opportunity to mirror a higher frequency in order to shift out of that paradigm by us choosing differently. Because we've done the work. Starseeds, light workers, visionaries, we've been on this path for so long. We have sensed, we have shifted, we have transformed. We've done this so many times to be comfortable with what is going on at this stage of our evolution as humanity. Because it is a collective transcendence that we are doing together. There's pillars of transcendence. There's pillars of light that is shifting and helping us and supporting us to build a new foundation. And so this foundation, we need to embody. And by us embodying it, we in unity can create what we know as the new foundation for the new earth. But it's not possible to do it through logic or the old way, the old leadership style of force, of external forces telling us what to do or how to act or what is the right path. Now, we need to use our own power through soul sovereignty. It's essential that we practice discernment in these times and that we now install new earth strategies. These are not new strategies, they're new earth strategies. It's time for us to elevate old, ancient practices into this existence, into our own created reality, in order to support our own expansion. And so the expansion is individual. It is how you allow your soul to expand, to shine, and for you as a human to choose to evolve and grow. In this paradigm, we being humans as well as souls, right? Mind, body, spirit. We understand that what we bring forth through embodiment will affect the reality we create. And we know that our thoughts and our emotions create our reality. And so when we know that, it's up to us to choose which thoughts, through the vibration of them, what emotions, to allow those emotions of high frequency by practicing discernment, by allowing ourselves to heal, and then to act upon what our soul and our hearts desire. Because our wants is essential, because the wants of a starseed, a visionary, and a light worker is completely different from somebody who's living from the external validation. This comes from the part of us that unifies us, where we are one, where we see the true value in each individual, not only humans, but all life. And when we allow ourselves to be part of that dance, that symphony with our own rhythm, we are then acting upon or with the universal laws, nature laws. And this is what will serve the highest good. That unification of us showing up, living from the soul, having that connection, choosing what is of high frequency, and not judging ourselves or others. That's the 3D paradigm, judging somebody else or judging yourself. But letting that go, stepping fully into your own power. And then shine, speak your truth. And let me say, when we speak of truth, there's a lot of discussion about truth. What I'm referring to and what the order refers to is your own personal truth. Because as you are journeying inwards, you will discover your multidimensional aspects. And that's not logical at all. That's extending you or expanding you into a higher version of yourself. It's allowing you into the multiverse, where you are then expressing more of your divinity by you remembering. And that's the key. This whole thing that we're doing today and that we call life is actually remembering. Remembering who we are, why we came here, and what serves the greater purpose, the greater good. And to know that as long as I show up as me, as my authentic self, using the universal laws and the cosmic laws, and that being the most important thing in my life, then my thoughts, my emotions, and the beliefs that I create as I manifest higher frequencies, and I actually see and experience by becoming the alchemist, by you ascending not only from the 4D to 5D, but to the 6D, where the alchemist in you flourishes, which is part of this 2026 energy vortex. It is you being called to become the alchemist in order to build that new foundation for your own life, but also as a collective, as we are co-creating. So my intention for holding this New Year transmission is, of course, to bring divine messages from our loved ones, but it is also for you to start remembering, to get clarity, and to feel and sense what it truly means to be a new earth leader, to step into that leadership role. Whatever label you want to give yourself when it comes to, a starseed, light worker, visionary, it's all a label. But you feel it in your soul. You feel if this is resonating, if this is something that triggers excitement, that empowers you, so that you want to be showing up for yourself. Because I can tell you this year, 2026, self-care, we've spoken about it many times, but we need a new level of self-care. Why? Because the ether is so polluted by vibrations and frequencies that we do not see, but which is on the rise, as well as high frequency, low frequencies. Energies that do not support our evolution as a species, as humanity, is also there. So we have to adopt into higher frequency. We have to embody it so that whatever is in this transitional time for us to evolve as humanity, to activate more of our light, to use our light codes in order to choose timelines, all of this is what 2026 is setting us up for the next cycle, for us being aware. So the awareness that is needed at this time is essential. The awareness of you as a soul having a human experience, not as a wording, but as the energy force behind the words that I speak. The Order has said this so many times. Do not get stuck on the words. Allow the energy behind the words to resonate, or if it doesn't, leave it behind. All in divine timing. So divine timing has brought you here to see this today, whether you believe in that or not. It's the coherence, it's the field, it's how we are entangled in the universe. It is the quantum field. We are all connected. So every time you show up for yourself in love, creating that resonance of unconditional love for all life, whatever that looks like, whether it's through meditation or spiritual practice, or if it's only walking in nature with your dog, it doesn't matter. It's you. You're showing up. You're the vessel. And with that, you're entangled with every other being building that high frequency new earth, that new foundation. And let me just share with you that Chief of the Holy Land, which is one of these beautiful energies that I'm blessed to channel. That energy speaks of Mother Earth and the multiple versions of Mother Earth existing at the same time. So when we are speaking of multiverse or multidimensionality, different timelines, we are now becoming more aware. It's always been there, but Mother Earth has the structures set in place. And she is guiding us, allowing us, by supporting humanity through growth, to purify us, by showing us through the elements of the co-creation process, of living in tune with all life, by respecting all life, by understanding that everything is energy. And when we allow that to sink in, it transforms us, because the focus shifting from the external to the internal. How can I be part of this? And you surrender. It's a key word in this ascension process, surrendering to what is. There is laws in place. I mentioned the universal laws, nature laws, cosmic laws. There's one law that sometimes kind of plays a trick on us, because it's the law of duality. So two things can be true at the same time, depending on the frequency and vibration, which means we choose which world we want to be part of. This is the great awakening, the great split, as many have spoken of. It's not like the world is splitting, that we're moving away from each other. We're choosing a higher timeline. We're choosing to operate from higher frequencies. And that's being a new earth leader. It is about you stepping up, not because somebody else wants you to or ask you to. It's because you're called to, your soul is called to do this. You're ready. So many of us feel it now that we're ready. We want something new because we're outgrown the old, they're outgrown the roles. So as I was contemplating and I was speaking to the order when I was going to do this New Year transmission, I didn't channel. I'm going to do this first time with you here today, first channeling, but I did speak to them just to get clarity on what will serve you as new earth leaders. Because all of you will be leading in some way or another. If you're here, you will, because this wouldn't resonate with you. You wouldn't be here. So you're showing up and you're sending a very clear signal, I'm ready. I'm ready. And I want to honor you for that because I know that is not easy. We've been on this path for a long time. We've had our ups and downs, and now here we are. So, if you haven't already, bring out your book, your notebook, if you want to take some notes, because I'm now going to show you some pictures with some information. I want to go through this with you. There is 6 steps to this leadership transformation. That is now letting you know that you're actually leveling up. So if any of these things are, that I'm going to share with you now resonates with you, know that that's where you are. You are now leveling up to the New Earth leadership. You're becoming a leader, whatever that looks like in your life, whether it's just being a mother or if it's actually, like many of us, we're on this path. We want to share this with the world. We want to step into our roles with a higher frequency, whether it's at work or whatever that looks like. If you're an entrepreneur, if you have a business like I do, you have to make sure that the business that you run actually elevate with you, or you're going to lose the energy, the drive. It's going to deplete you. And many people are feeling this now because the old ways of doing business, it's out of date. It's changing, and we get to set the new path, or we get to define what that looks like for the new earth, anchored within the heart, through the unity consciousness, the heart vibration, because that's where you make your choices. Your heart frequency allows you to make sustainable choices, and we want to make sure that we sustain our lives, that we do not deplete ourselves, that we're strong and resilient. And that is key for this 2026 because it takes courage to step out of something comfortable into something new, which is uncomfortable, where you haven't been before, where you have no idea what awaits you, but you are being called to do it anyway. Because as long as you're true to yourself, with your heart vibration, with an expanded awareness, higher consciousness as your driving force, allowing your soul to lead your path, you will make the right choice. And you will do so in integrity. Essential key here, in integrity, both to you as a human being, but also to your soul. You are operating from wholeness. And this is what Zarius and the Order of Seven has gifted us. The 7-step frequency activation, which we might have thought previously that was only wording, making time, which was step number 1, prioritizing, step number 2, 3 was listening, number 4 was taking action, number 5, enjoyment, appreciation, number 6, opening up for co-creation, and number 7, integration. That's what we thought it was. It's so much more, people. I was stuck in that too. I was like, hey, this really doesn't make any sense until everything started to shift and go, these are gates. These are frequency gates. This is a spiral. And unless you travel up the spiral to the wholeness, through the soul energy motion, through the integration, you are going to be stuck in the old ways. That's how you evolve and you expand, because everything is a spiral. And you're the mirror of that spiral and how you're moving. So everything contracts and expands all at once. But we have to understand where we're in the spiral, and the 7-step frequency gates gives us that clarity. It gives us the understanding. And that is when we can start navigating all the winds without question. Because we know where we're going. So we're secure, we got clarity, and we are moving in that direction. And I think that's a beautiful gift that we are now receiving once again from our loved ones on the other side. So let me show you the first picture here. That was, let me see. So this is the first step. First step of you noticing. If you have felt in 2025 that what used to satisfy you just doesn't do that anymore, and you start questioning, this used to be something I was passionate about, and you start feeling disconnected to the labels that we have been taught or that we have given ourselves, and maybe you're then just something is off. And as we have trained to seek answers from the external world, it's difficult to stop sometimes. But this is the new path of leadership. Understanding that when these things occur in our life, we know that we're not lost. There's nothing wrong. We are shifting. So who you used to be is not who you are now. There's a disconnect in that. And that is the law of resonance in action. So understanding, I'm going to show you all the laws in action when I give you these steps. It's because I want you to understand how the laws actually works for us. And if we know what law is in motion, then it's easier for us to then find a solution for the next right step for us in our journeys. Because we already know how to get out of it. We are not stuck. We're not lost. We're shifting. And what is playing out now is the law of resonance. So how do I get in resonance with who I truly am, right? Your purpose feels like an echo. If what used to excite you now feels far away, I said, don't panic, because I used to panic. This distant isn't lost. It's your soul making space for something far more aligned. And it's that in-between phase that we don't like, because we are not trained to be in between. We are not. And that we are trained to seek answers, to keep moving. And the answer lies in the law of conservation of energy, because energy is never lost, only transformed. And as we are then getting to know our new energy, we are asked to be patient. We are asked to find stillness. But we would know this because we would feel either uplifted or depleted. Because if you act from this state of panic, you're going to deplete your energy and you're going to give away your power. So that's another very clear sign that if your purpose feels like an echo, then it's time to have a deep dive and to be in stillness. You are drawn to stillness, not stimulation. I feel myself very much in this category very often the last year. I want to have stillness around me. I'm seeking stillness. So in a world that constantly demands more, the desire for less is a radical act of self-care. If you're turning down social invites or switching off screens to sitting quiet, don't judge yourself. You aren't withdrawing, you are recalibrating. And this is the law of rhythm at work. So it's a time for your nervous system to crystallize. Remember what I spoke of when we started this transmission? We spoke of the light codes, we spoke of the transformative energies, the higher frequencies and how it's affecting us. We're evolving and we need to be patient and allow our nervous system to catch up. So if this is one of these things that you're sensing in your life, that you're drawn to more stillness, you're questioning social media, whatever it is, then that's a sure sign that you are working now with the law of rhythm. So be aware of whatever doesn't serve you. Remember, you're depleting your energy if you go against it. You are questioning everything. I love that one. Usually people come to me and they say, well, I don't know who I am. I don't know what to do anymore. It's like nothing works. Not like the world has changed and I'm not part of it anymore. And it's like, well, it's because you're changed. So you start questioning everything. And you question your goals, your values, your truths that you hold. But you are waking up to a new you, what we call the new human. So whatever used to satisfy you doesn't do that anymore. It's because you're changed and you are wanting more, and it's okay. That's the new earth leader coming up for air. I want you to breathe that out. So as you breathe slow and your body softens, you are entering a sacred space of deep inquiry. And this is the law of polarity revealing itself. Embrace both the emptiness and the fullness. The confusion is just clearing before the clarity. This is very, very important to remember when you are feeling empty or in between phases and you're questioning things. This is the law of polarity. Your job, your only job, is to allow yourself sacred space, holding space for yourself. And that is why learning new earth strategies and being a co-creator with the divine, always being guided by spirit, is key to flourish. And this is the step where you feel spacious, not empty. It's easy to mistake that feeling for absence or loss. But what you are actually feeling is spaciousness, pure presence awaiting its new form. You aren't hollow, you are becoming a vessel for what's next. Think of this space as the womb of potential, not a void. This is the law of rhythm. In its most delicate phase, don't rush to fill the silence. Stand in the center of it and breathe. You are preparing to receive. And this is where I sense when I speak with clients and I speak with co-creators from around the world that many people have been going through this, feeling this fall, moving up to Christmas. Having had this feeling of just spaciousness, not empty, but it's just a delicate phase because you want to get moving. It's the new year. I want this, I want that, I should want. But everything is saying still, empty. It's like something building and we are not aware of it. And it's a beautiful stage to be in if you can have patience with yourself and let that ego mind let go of that. That's a beautiful stage. Now, the final step, if you recognize this, there's no question that you are entering a new year as a new year, or new earth leader. So you're experiencing synchronicities. Your external world is a mirror because you have shifted internally. Your reality is rearranging itself to match your new vibration. So the people you meet, the numbers you see, and the opportunities that suddenly appear are not accidents. They are confirmation. Your environment is adjusting to support your next phase. And this is the law of correspondence in motion. As above, so below, as within, so without. And as I always say, we are living from the soul energy in motion. And you are experiencing synchronicities. So if you can feel any resonance with any of these 6 steps, know that you are getting ready. You are tuning into the new year vibrations, winds of change coming to support humanity, all the new planetary shifts that we will have for the very first time in history, in our history, we will experience this year. And it will transform the way we create reality. And that's the beauty of this. That is why I'm doing this. That is why the Order wanted me to speak of this for this new year. It's super important for us now to have patience with ourselves in order to fully integrate so that we can reset through the planetary shifts and to allow ourselves to be in motion and to have a collective of people, a community, to come together in order to support each other on that frequency of the new earth. And if you don't have a community where you are, then you can create one, or you can hold that space through your activating your channel and then giving to the whole through the dimension of unity by offering your own energy of love, of hope to the field, and then entangle with those high frequencies and become part of the symphony. So I hope this gave you some clarity in order to understand where you are on this path. And let me see if there's any questions. If you have any questions concerning what I just spoke of, then feel free to write it in the chat. So I'm giving you some time just to reflect a bit, because we are going to now shift into breathwork, visualization. With all the information, the transmission that you have received, we want to carry that within our hearts to fully integrate it. So I'm going to assist you with doing that. So we're doing that breath work right now. So if you're all ready, make sure that you are comfortable seated or laying down. Make sure that you have your feet towards the ground or the wall if you're laying down, so that you have grounding, something holding your feet. And I want you now just to focus all of your energy into your heart space. And we are going to breathe in unison. But I want you to be aware of your heart, your breath, and your heartbeat. knowing that in between your heartbeats, there's stillness, complete stillness, where all potentiality can be expressed through the breath. The light of who you are can shine, giving life to your breath, allowing you to breathe that light into your whole body, to all of your organs, and all the way out into your field. And we are going to do this now with the intention of allowing this white light to stream it from our hearts out into the field and receiving it back, creating a bridge where you are the bridge, giving life and shining that light. So we breathe in together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Hold. And breathe out on 8. Breathe in for 4. Hold 4. Breathe out 8. Hold 4. Breathe in 4. Hold 4. Breathe out 8. Allow this rhythm to be the cycle of your breath. So as you breathe in on 4, you allow the stream of the white light to enter your heart space, streaming it from the divine. And as you breathe out on 8, you allow this stream of white light to enter your body, your organs, out into your torus field, to the deeper edges of your awareness. And you continue this rhythm of breathing in on 4, holding for 4, breathing out for 8, holding for 4, and breathing in for 4. This rhythm will allow you to strengthen the light within, allowing you to clear the ether as you breathe it out into your field, removing any static, toxin, anything that is disturbing your channel is being cleared by this white, pure light. And as you hold that intention with every breath of clearing and releasing anything that is disturbing and not for your highest good, which is in direct conflict with your highest timeline, to be released and removed by this white, purifying light. Continue to breathe the rhythm, clearing, releasing, And you will feel your vibration rise as you feel more clear, more attuned to your natural rhythm, more at ease, allowing now your nervous system to relax and for that light to prepare for the crystallization of a new nervous system. All you have to do is breathe with intention. Hold within your sacred space and be still, allowing the rhythm to assist you. And now I would like you to move your attention, focus all your energy now down to your feet. And move now with your attention, your energy down into Mother Earth, into her core essence. And I want you to use your imagination as you visualize what that will look like as you are now giving of your energy into Mother Earth, asking her to hold you, to purify you, to clear out all negative and limiting thought patterns, emotions, or beliefs that keeps you stuck within the 3D matrix, surrendering what you no longer need in gratitude for you now stepping into the new role that you choose as a new earth leader. And as Mother Earth hears your calling, your prayer, she gifts you with her pure energy, igniting your passion and purpose. And all you have to do is allow her to bring that energy up through your energy cords, up into your heart space, with the intention of igniting your passion for life. And now, with gratitude and thanks in our hearts, we shift our attention now to our crown, moving out into our personal star by moving out through the crown and up. Having that as an intention of streaming more of that light codes, light energy into your channel and down into your heart space to fill up your heart, knowing that when you are ready, you will step into that role, prepared because you allow yourself to shine. And there are no rules or regulations that you need to follow. You only have to allow yourself to shine, to trust in your divinity, and accept your power, and all is well. Breathing that into your heart space. And now moving all of your attention into your heart once again. Holding that space for yourself, that sacred space that all creation comes from, consciously or unconsciously. And we ask for guidance to co-create with Spirit the most divine outcome for our lives. And you hold that knowingness that you are deserving, that you are enough, that you are worthy in your heart space. And allow that now to become the belief that lights up your path as you're moving forward. And you allow yourself now to take a deep breath in, hold, and activate that truth. And we ask that the unconscious mind acts upon this truth, allowing you to shift your paradigm, standing firmly in your power because you are worthy, you are enough, and you are safe. And so it is. And now I want you to take a final breath in the rhythm of 4-4-8-4. And as you finish that breath, know that the white divine light has cleared your space, raised your frequency, allowed yourself to come into the now, fully aware and in tune with your resonance. Very good. So when you are coming back to the now, it's time for me. Now that we have set the sacred space, I will allow myself to channel. So I am now just going to make sure that I have a comfortable seat. So I'm now going to allow the order or whoever is here to step forward and speak. And so I ask you kindly just to breathe with me 3 times to hold that frequency in order for me to allow the order to step forward. So let's breathe in together on 3. So 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Ika now, dear friends. It is with great pleasure that I do address you today. You, my friends, are experiencing the most amazing experience as humanity, shifting of the energies now that the planetary systems are aligning for this great awakening that Mother Earth and all her creatures are waiting for. It is the opportunity to come together as one, to fully understand the purpose of this understanding of oneness, in order to allow the energies, the vibration that you embody, to speak louder than words, and allowing you as humans to choose the words with intention that will serve the greater good, that will serve Mother Earth and all her creatures. For too long, humanity has caused grief to its own mother, polluting toxins. It has destroyed the faith of many. But now you rise once again with renewed hope as new earth leaders step into their power. A new era will shine the light upon this beautiful planet of Earth. You will honor your mother once again. Nature blessings will once again flourish, and humanity will receive with gratitude and compassion. It is living in harmony with all things, but without the understanding of your own inner harmony, and that the energy that you bring into this life experience is of great importance. The awakening will not be the one that will shift humanity. It will be the acceptance of the unity, even though the understanding has still not yet been integrated. Humans have a tendency to want to connect the dots, looking forward. This is not possible, my friends. But when you look at nature and the patterns of nature, the gift it brings to humanity, you can see the cycles, you can see your own belief system. And as you understand by watching nature, the elements, the belief system must be changed. And this is the wind of change, bringing the planetary shifts into a new alignment for those who seek unity, for those who seek clarity, for those who seek harmony, will rise. Their voices will be strong. The vibration will reach far beyond the human understanding, as it will connect within the cosmos, bringing forth lessons not only for you and your species, but for the life that resides within the multiverse. As you open up for this understanding in the coming New Year cycle, more of your star beings will be seen within your hearts, expressed within your voices, as you remember your multidimensionality. Yes, as you understand that there is more to this human life than what you perceive as a human. And it is now your willingness to explore this and to use your hearts and minds in coherence, to live in alignment with the universal laws and nature laws, that you will understand how to build this new earth and to trust in its divinity. It is a collaborative force of energy, not something that can be controlled, but something that will be expressed as you find that love for your own lives and for all of what you are perceiving yourself to be. Know that everything has a language. You might not speak this language, but the resonance of this language is to be felt wherever you walk on this planet Earth. As the water speaks, nature speaks, human speaks, dolphins speaks. It is the vibration and frequency of the spoken word, the intention that will be the ultimate building blocks for this new creation of the new earth. So I ask you, my friends, to speak as a new earth leader, one with compassion, one with love, one with gratitude, and one with the humility to understand the forces of unity. This, my friends, will allow each and every one to shine, to be honored, and the respect and freedom you seek as humanity will be of service to all who seek, all who is willing to be that mirror, as it will flow into the spiral of your being as you remember that you are the creator. And together, the force, the creator, will allow you as one to transform, to transcend, and to be the builders, the leaders of this new earth. And so it is. Thank you, my friends, and farewell. I just want to sit with that for a moment. I don't know if you felt that, but that was a strong calling for all of us. A powerful message that I hope you will sit with, that you will feel the energy behind those words of Chief of the Holy Land. And to see how that resonates with your own path. There is light codes in that message that will allow you to transcend your current reality by allowing that message to be part of you. So as you listen to this, and I hope you re-listen as well, feel how it anchors within your body. understanding that this transmission was part of the spiral of the 7-step frequency activation that I spoke of. It constricted and it expanded. It brought you in and out in your own awareness of you as a human and as a soul. Helping you to reflect and to sense, to find coherence within that message that resonates with your own path. So sit with that message and make notes in your journal for what that means for you and how that message can be of service and support. It was a very empowering message. So use it as what it's meant to empower you, to inspire you on your own journey, your own unfoldment, your own remembering of your power and why you're here. So that moves us into the final point of this transmission, which is the spiral of mentorship. This mentorship that I've been doing now for a little bit over a year. It's a spiral in motion. And I'm sure that if you've been in that mentorship, then you know it transforms with each journey or each season or cycle. When you lead through a mentorship process, which I do, I lead working one-on-one with my mentorship clients. It is to hold that space and become that mirror for the coherence. So it's a living spiral. It's not a course. It's not a framework that is set in stone. It's living the energies by moving through the spiral, by moving through the 7-step frequency activation, moving through the gates to fully embody and to understand how to use those laws. So that the focus is not being hijacked by external forces. So that you can make decisions as a new earth leader that will support your life and the life you want to live for yourself and for the greater good, for your soul mission. And it's honoring that process that we do through a mentorship. It's learning how to remember, because that's all it is. Learning to remember your soul aspects, your multidimensional nature, to understand your star origin, for instance, if that is relevant to your path when it comes to soul gifts. Or it can be knowing how to honor your voice, being authentic by releasing the karma that has steered many of your choices, so that you, through the gate of presence, for instance, can become aware of the frequency, the vibration, and the belief system that is attached to that frequency, so that can be transcended, transformed, and integrated. So it's a moving spiral. And the work that we do in the mentorship is holding space and mirror and remembering. And that looks different for each individual. But it's essential that we understand how to navigate, how to use the winds of change, to understand that the reality that we want to create has to be aligned with the soul aspect and the soul essence of who you are. And it must also include the wishes and dreams for the human, because they are intertwined, they're connected. And when you understand that whatever you seek, whatever you want, your wants and needs, they become, when they come from the soul state, the vibration and frequency, the understanding of you wanting something and putting your attention onto that is anchored within the soul, the vibration is of purity, which means there is no ego attached to the outcome. And the creation part, the manifestation, the alchemist that we speak of for 2026, have the opportunity to create, to build new structures. And it's learning how to tune in and to see yourself, to find the coherence in that, and to have somebody who sees you. And so that is why the order gifted me the opportunity. I see it as a gifted opportunity to support people. And I do this twice a year, January and in September. I open up for a 6-month mentorship. So right now, I'm opening up 4 spots for mentorship from January moving into the summer, and then again in September moving into the new year. So if you're interested in learning how I can support you in becoming that new earth leader, holding that mirror for you, exploring what it means for you, then I would be honored to walk by your side. Or I invite you to book a discovery call with me so we can discuss it further. So if you're interested, you can always go to my website and check under services. You have the discovery call link right there. And you can book a 20-minute discovery call with me. That is all I want to say, because I feel the essence of Chief, and I don't want to go into much details in the physical aspect of what it looks like. I just want you to keep in mind the resonance, the energy, the frequency that is the essential part of a mentorship journey, but also what we are co-creating together. And I'm very grateful that you are part of the Spiritual Quest Treasure Chest. And I have plans to expand that, and I will come back and I will do more channelings there as well for free. So as long as you're there as a community, you can join me. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining this New Year transmission. I hope it served you well. And I do hope that you bring the channeled message from Chief of the Holy Land into your practice, to reflect on it, to activate it, to allow those light codes to be part of you, and to ignite that new earth leader in you. Because we need each other. We need to step up. We need to hold hands. We need to move forward. And we are already here in the dimension of unity. Now it's time to create it so we can physically see it. And I'm excited for 2026. And I really, really hope you are as well. So with that, I'm leaving you. Thank you so much, everyone. And much love and light to you all.